Welcome back to Affirmations. I want to thank my subscribers, those who are just swinging through, as well as any new subscribers that I have. Welcome. Thank you for returning. Hopefully, you all had a great week. And if not, what's one thing you can do in order to make it better? Yeah. Let's see. Beautiful day today. I'm hearing the birds chirping. Um, the sun finally kind of gave us some shade with the clouds, so it's really nice and relaxing. I'm feeling the cool breeze. I'm hoping you all are getting out and enjoying yourself this end of spring going into summer. Okay. Let's see. Also hoping everyone is kind of recuperating if anyone was affected from the tornado. Okay. The tornadoes around America, especially there in Houston. Let's see. Hmm. Normally, let's see, the next thing we normally do, I got to wish you mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical health. How could I forget? And also, we normally always start off with our saying. Death and life is in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Have you been feeding yourself fresh or rotten fruit? Always one to mind the self talk that you do with yourself, as well as what you speak, as well as what you're speaking about others. If it's done in a malicious intent or to lie on someone, those things could activate reap what you sow, and we don't want that, okay? So, those are things we want to think about, okay? Let's see. For those of you that are new, uh, we we use we'll be using the dialectical behavioral therapy, the DBT deck for clients and therapists to kind of help with wor- looking at issues to try to heal the descendants of the slaves, our people. Okay, so we're tackling that, right? Starting to look at that, okay? And it's very powerful when if one person starts to work on themselves, how to fix a whole family, a community, okay? And it spreads that way, one person at a time, right? Okay, and also to this particular deck, I encourage you to get. It's also in my store. There is a link in the description box as well as on the about page. Okay. Also, too, in the past, we were using the self therapy card decks. This was decks that I would normally use or recommend for clients that I worked with in therapy who wanted to continue counseling goals. But we also were using this looking at topics affecting our people. Okay, so this is also a good deck to get. Also available in the store. And continuing to encourage everyone to get Post Traumatic Slave Syndrome, America's Legacy of Enduring Injury and Healing by Dr. Joyce DeGury. Important book to get. We've never heard, we always hear about post traumatic stress disorder, but never post traumatic slave syndrome. There's really not a topic or issue that our people are dealing with that doesn't stem from what we call post traumatic slave syndrome. Okay, so definitely need to get this book so you can better understand this particular topic. Okay, let's see. Okay, and with that, going to grab the stones for those of you that are new. I'm going to kind of randomly pick to see which deck we're going to speak from today, okay? Come on, let's see if I can get a different stone today. All right, let's see what I got. Okay, I got strength, okay? Strength. Yeah, it takes strength to sit down and do that self work, that inner work, right? Sometimes to be the first one in your family or your group to change and to really start healing, right? Because again, it just takes one person to affect a whole group. And I love the concept when they say you can throw a stone in a river and it just ripples, right? Yeah, something to think about. Okay, so strength belongs to the purple deck. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna get. What are we gonna get today? I'm not sure if y'all are hearing noise or not. Look, I hear chainsaws. We're here out in the country, and sometimes they have loggers out here, so you all may not be able to hear that. But just in case, that's what that is. Okay. All right. Let's see what we're gonna get. Okay. Here comes the sun. It's coming back out. Okay, I got a lot that popped out. Let's see, I'm going to take that top one that pops. Let's see. Okay, I like this one. Let's see what we got. Improve. This is an acronym that is used for different type of therapy techniques, but this is the I in improve. It's called imagery. Okay, imagery is powerful. Imagine yourself on a beach. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna kind of we're gonna see how this goes. So these can be kind of like meditations in a way. Okay, but let's anybody who'd like to join me, you can put this on pause, get relaxed, come back. And so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna inhale, exhale, and now just find your regular relaxing breathing pattern. And you can either close your eyes or you can focus on something that's relaxing. Okay. Imagine yourself on a beach, hearing the breeze and the seagulls in the background. We're hearing the water and the tide come in and roll out, as well as that beautiful breeze that we get on the beach. Imagine your blood pressure dropping, any stress you're feeling as you breathe and you're listening to the waves, it's relaxing. You also notice that your muscles are relaxing as well. Okay? And you're just breathing. I want you to slowly open your eyes, those of you that had your eyes closed, and just kind of come back to, okay? All right. So those are kind of different type of relaxation type, imagery type meditations that you could do. But it talks about how you can download imagery apps, okay? Or you could buy recorded guided imagery or create your own relaxing place, okay, in your home or also seen in your mind. You can create that yourself. I have one I do with clients called the perfect day. You know, what would the perfect day be like? And you go through each stage of, when you would wake up, how much sleep did you get? When you woke up, what did you hear, see, smell, taste? What did you put on? What color? Why? What did what you first do? What you eat for breakfast? Who was with you that day? What did you do? And you want to always think about the five senses as you're thinking about these kind of doing your own imagery work, okay? So something interesting. So put in the comment section if you all use these kind of skills, if you come up with one, okay? So it's saying you want to practice your imagery and enjoy the results. Alternatively, imagine yourself doing well or practicing your skill in your mind. And this is interesting. They've noticed and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have heard of this. They'd have athletes and they'd have them practice, let's say making free throw shots just in their mind. And they say literally it would improve their free throw shots, even though they wasn't physically doing it, but mentally they were imagining they were doing it. So you want to think about situations where you're doing well, where you're practicing a skill. Okay, that's another way we can use imagery. Okay, it's very creative. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's see. Did we? All right. So also too, let's see. I think I just did that one, so we'll take that out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pick another one to speak from. Okay, we got faith. Okay, and the faith belongs to the red deck. Okay, yeah. Do you have faith? What do you have faith in? It's a very tricky thing. What do you have faith in? And it hasn't been a time when you had faith in something and it didn't pan out. It wasn't something that you should have faith in, right? You live and you learn. So faith is the red deck. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, I see the flies are wanting to come out and harass us, y'all. You see this? My little pest. Okay. Uh-huh. I was back here having too much fun, but they said, you know what? I need to come on back here and join this party. Ah, yeah. Let's see. Gotta give me one of those little fly catchers. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so this one flipped over, so let's get that one. Okay, so this one is saying, okay, we got this one. It's called Give. Okay, Give, relationship effectiveness. This is about relationship effectiveness. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to spray me some Raid in a few minutes, guys. Come on. So bear with me. The flies are trying to merge in our territory, and we're not going to have that. They're not going to win today. Okay. So give is part of relationship effectiveness. It says the acronym give has the building blocks for building and maintaining relationships. And this is kind of tricky. Again, our people suffered during slavery, and it still affects us today, where we're trying to maintain relationships, right? And what's interesting, it's sad to say that because of a lot of things that was learned during slavery, we end up maintaining a lot of toxic, unhealthy relationships. Even if we break away from them a little bit, they end up coming back around, right? So, how do we build and maintain healthy relationships? Okay. It says great relationships incorporate care and concern for others. Okay. And so, again, part of slavery, different ones of us has taken on different roles that we were taught. You know, some of us have ended up becoming kind of like a master of a sort, you know, who oppress others, abuse others, right? And some of us has ended up signing on kind of as a slave, right? Ended up being a person that, you know, you're not speaking up, you're just kind of going with the flow and kind of pleasing everyone, right? Or that of overseer, where you're the one that kind of instigates and keep mess going and check in and report back and forth, and you know all of these different characters, right? But great relationships incorporate care and concern. Okay, so if your relationships are not based off of care and true concern, then just know that it's unhealthy. Okay, and that's just acknowledging that is powerful. Okay. It says in your interactions, consider the question of how you want others to feel about you after the interaction. That's interesting. How do you want others to feel with you after you interact with them? And again, depending on what role you're playing, right? If you're an abuser, you get off on seeing people hurt, right? And I think this is the perfect time to bring this up. You know, part of another thing we learned during slavery, or some of these things that happened to us, there are certain terminologies I'm going to introduce you all to. Something called a mastered ended up being, and we learned these kinds of sadistic behaviors from master. Sadistic. To be sadistic, the definition of that is deriving pleasure from inflicting pain, suffering, or humiliation on others. And it's an excellent video. I'm going to put it in the community tab, where Dr. Tracy Marks, a psychiatrist, she kind of breaks down sadistic behavior and how we've learned it in different ways. So in our group, the way some of us are abusers. We actually enjoy seeing people hurt, but also too, if you enjoy seeing people, you know, lose their job, or relationship end, or get hurt, if you get off on those kind of things, you know, you're sadistic. Okay, so just know that. Also too, there's something called masochistic. Okay, this is a person who derives sexual gratification from their own pain and humiliation. Now, this is interesting. This is the textbook definition, but I believe that this is different for our people. The masochist, they would say, oh, you know, you're masochistic. And some of us, again, you have abusers who think that some of people that choose not to speak up are liking certain behaviors. I'm hearing a lot of songs talking about choking and stuff during sex, and it's a lot of behaviors that people are participating in because they want love and they want to be accepted, but they don't enjoy it. But the sadistic person, the abuser, thinks they enjoy it, but they're too scared to set a boundary. Okay, so I believe that our people never got sexual gratification from our own pain. There was one of these slave movies that I saw. There was a little clip they showed where it was a master and he had a visitor, so they got two slave girls. One was a virgin, one wasn't, and one was drunk, and he was like, oh, you take the virgin, I want this one. She's broken in. They like pain. Okay, and they showed him hurting her, or kind of doing this whipping. So when you look at this whipping behavior, those of you who are into that whipping, the sadomasochistic kind of sexual experimenting comes from that as well. And they showed the girl with tears coming down, but of course she couldn't make a sound because, again, he said she liked it. See, so it's a little tricky. I'm encouraging you all to, especially in your sexual relationships, um, look at your partner's face sometimes. And a lot of times they won't say anything. And sometimes you may know they don't like it, and that's what you enjoy about it. Okay. Or sometimes you may not really know that you're doing that. Um, and just know that it's hard for that person to speak up. Sometimes they're so haven't found their strength to kind of set a boundary, scared that they're going to upset you or lose you. So that's something to think about. Okay, very important. Okay, it says strive to give others your availability, listening, and validation, and choose to be attentive to and focused on people in your life. Now, one of the things we're battling, and again, we've also had a lot of programming, right? It's not cool, especially for our males, have been taught you're a simp if you are kind and healthy and attentive, right? So then if you're a person that's choosing to heal, uh, you're gonna have a lot of your group that's gonna encourage you and tease you, right? Wanting you to stay unhealthy, right? Because again, if one person changes, it could possibly affect and cause others to change. So you're gonna have people trying to say, "Don't do that. We're having a great time. What you doing, right?" So are you strong enough? Do you have the strength to heal, right? And be different, you know? Something to think about, okay? All right, guys, with that, we're going to get us an affirmation card. That was a good one today. And I had been looking at that definition for a while, and it just wasn't the right time to bring it up, but this was the perfect time to kind of talk about that. And so we'll be talking more about that particular term and concept. Uh, there were beliefs again during slavery that our people uh, had very high pain tolerance. So again, we talked about it one time. The father of gynecology would practice on slave women with no anesthesia. All of the different techniques that's used today on women. I dare to say, if we do enough research, every field of healthcare was experimented on us. Excruciating pain and no anesthesia use, right? So we want to make sure we're not doing that to ourselves or others, okay? All right, let's see. Okay, that popped out. Let's see what we got. Okay, that's too many. Let me do this. Let me do it. Okay. And again, inhale, exhale. We're okay. Just notice sometimes we do talk about difficult topics, okay? Know that this is a safe place. Know that if you have suffered some of these things, that you survived it, and that right now you're here and you're okay. Okay. Also, again, in the description box, there's information about if you feel like you need a counselor. Also, information on there about self-harm. Okay. I want you to pass that information if you see fit. Okay. And if you already have a safety plan, please use that. Okay. Interesting. We got this one. Says, I am courageous. We just got through talking about that, right? I'm courageous and I stand up for myself. Wow. Look at that. I'm courageous and I stand up for myself when I choose to heal and change. no matter what the group around me says, knowing and understanding that their job is to try to convince me to stay the same because it just might provoke them to change, right? Yeah, be courageous. What is the most courageous thing I have ever done? And how do I show courage in everyday life? Okay. Okay, this was a great one today, guys. I'm hoping you all enjoyed it. Want to give a shout out to our viewers, a lot of viewers in Brazil. Hello. As well as in India. Can you believe it? Hey, thank y'all so much for subscribing. Also, see my USA population growing as well. So, shout out to everyone in the diaspora to the four corners of the earth. Again, we were spread all over, okay? And with that, I want you all to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Don't forget to check out the store. The link is in the description box as well as on the About page. Also, if you'd like to cash out, there's information on the About page about that. Also, I want you all to check out that community tab, okay? I've been posting things weekly for you all to review, okay? And remember, everyone has a right to heal from trauma without harassment or interference, even a race nation. And until next time, bye.